We're about to make the 2014 to 15 Subaru Forester feel like a brand new car. This is the Hamilton Conversion Kit for CarPlay and Android Auto. A beautiful 9-inch replacement screen that's going to preserve all of your factory features, adding wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and a whole lot more. In this video, we're going to show you all of the key points to install this product in your car. This system is backed by our 3-year warranty that we call the Hamilton Guarantee. You can touch this Hamilton button at any time to come to the Hamilton underlying operating system, where you have access to apps that are not available in CarPlay or Android Auto. This system is designed to look and feel like a premium brand new vehicle and give you access to more functionality than even the most powerful new infotainment systems on the market. In CarPlay, you'll have easy access to beautiful navigation next to your music, and any app with a CarPlay component will automatically show up here in CarPlay. It's going to use your factory microphone, factory steering wheel controls, and preserve your original backup camera, or for folks that didn't have one, give you the option to add an aftermarket backup camera. Backed by concierge-style tech support and the Hamilton Guarantee, let's dive in and get started. Before you begin, make sure your vehicle is on a flat and level surface. The vehicle's in park, the parking brake is applied, and we're going to turn the vehicle off and disconnect power to the vehicle. Now let's dive in and get started. We're going to begin here on the passenger side by removing the glove box. So go ahead and open it up. You'll note this black bar connecting it here. That's your easy open bar. Just wrap your fingers around it just like this, and we're going to pull straight out just like that. It'll come free. Now we're going to take the glove box out of its socket. From either the left and right sides, we're just going to apply pressure together and pull it down, and we'll slide it straight out. Set the glove box in a safe place. These knobs have physical cables attached to them. We're going to start by turning them all the way to the left before we disconnect the physical cables behind the radio. There will be one physical cable that's blue on the passenger side and one that is white on the driver's side. We're going to start by disconnecting the cable from the white plastic connector. You'll see how this metal loop is wrapped around the white post, and there's a little tab on the end of the white post. You're going to reach in with your fingers, and it might be a little bit difficult for you to see on camera, but we're going to press down on the white tab with your fingernail, and you'll be able to slide the metal loop off of the white post. See how that loop is now disconnected from the white post? Once again, there's a little tab that was sticking up on the white post. I pressed down on it to make a true circle, and I can pull the loop right off, just like that. Now, to take this cable out of the socket, you're just going to wrap your fingers around it and apply pressure straight back. And there it is, it's free from the clip, and we're able to remove it now. There will be a white cable on the driver's side, and I'm going to use my phone to get you the best image possible of it. If you come underneath the steering wheel and you're going to look straight up at this angle here, you'll see the white cable. You'll need a little bit of light, but this is not very difficult. I'm going to now use my phone to get you a little extra footage. We're underneath the dash here. We have not removed any pieces. See that white cable there that runs along and is hooked onto the post? We need to do the same thing from the other side, where we press down on the tab to make a true circle, and then we will be able to slide the metal off of this post. See the tab? Press down on it now. Just like that. And now we can easily pull the cable out of its socket. You just come on either side of it like this and pull straight out. We'll leave it hanging right here. This car here has an aftermarket Kenwood stereo that this customer is having us replace with the Hamilton Conversion Kit. Everything that we're about to do now is going to be almost identical to how your car would be from the factory. With both of the cables disconnected on either side for the climate control knobs, we're now going to remove this faceplate here. I'm going to use a trim pry tool up at the top, and I'm going to insert it here I'm going to move it down and pry out. With a little bit of pressure on the top and bottom, this outer panel will come free with the climate control connected to it. We're going to disconnect the hazard harness here. To disconnect this harness, you simply use your fingernail to press down on this tab and slide it out of the back of this red hazard light. Now there's going to be two harnesses holding the climate control in place, as well as their cables. You can see that the cables run through a little window in the back of the dash here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of maneuver these thick white and blue cables out. Just like that. Don't yank too hard. Gently maneuver these cables until they come out. Now we will disconnect the two harnesses holding the climate control panel into place. One down here, simply press down on the tab and you'll slide it back. The other one, the tab can be a little bit harder to reach. You may consider using a flathead screwdriver or a trim pry tool. And you can kind of just reach down into the tab here. Now we'll take this faceplate and climate control panel, we'll set it in a safe place. We're here on the Hamilton workbench. I'm going to talk to you now about this 2014 to 2015 Subaru Forester Hamilton Conversion Kit. You might notice it immediately jumps out to you. This is a custom Hamilton heatsink with the really high-end Hamilton Conversion Kit electronics inside. We've custom designed all of these electronics in Raleigh, North Carolina here, doing our design work on American vehicles. We capture all of our factory vehicle CAN bus signals from American vehicles. CAN bus is the internal communication protocol of how the modules inside a car talk to one another. It's very important to gather your data from American vehicles to make sure that we don't compromise on any factory features. I'm going to talk to you now about some of the features of this device. It's going to have a 9-inch high-resolution display powered by an 8-core Qualcomm processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of onboard storage. We use a custom harness manufacturer that makes harnesses for OEM vehicle manufacturers as well. This ensures that our products and our harnesses are the highest quality. Our pins have a special Hamilton double locking mechanism. That means when you're putting the harnesses together, it makes the pins move around less than other harnesses. When those pins move up and down and side to side, they can cause small glitches with your device. This will not happen with a Hamilton harness. This system is going to have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as a Hamilton underlying operating system where you can use apps not available in CarPlay or Android Auto. It's fully compatible with your factory backup camera or any aftermarket backup camera. Let's dive in now and I'm going to show you the wiring process. I'm going to now give you a wiring overview. The wiring on this device is super straightforward. This is the main Hamilton harness here. You have these two small white tan connectors. They're going to connect into this Hamilton CAN bus box. This is a box that we've designed in Raleigh, North Carolina on American spec vehicles. This box will interpret your factory signals and you need to have both ends of it connected to the main Hamilton harness. This black connector here is your main power connector. It's going to go into the power slot on the back of the Hamilton radio. If you ever need to disconnect this, to disconnect it, apply pressure straight down, press down on the tab, and then you can pull it out. You'll notice you have a few of these little RCA connections here. One is labeled camera male, and these other two are labeled aftermarket subwoofer. These are for special aftermarket audio setups. This one here, labeled connect for steering wheel controls, is going to connect to the back of the Hamilton conversion kit in this slot right here. To disconnect these, just press down on the tab and slide them out. You have a few of these foam wrapped connectors here. This vehicle is going to use two of these. It's going to use 2009 to 15 original power and 2013 to 15 original mic/sub. These will grab factory harnesses that will show you in the vehicle. 2009 to 12 original sub is not used by this product, so you will never use this harness. If your car was equipped with an original backup camera, you'll use 13 to 15 original camera. If you did not have an original backup camera, this harness will not be used. You can use an aftermarket harness with this vehicle, and we'll have information available on that. This one, labeled 4 OEM mic male, will lead us into our next harness, which is the Hamilton accessory harness here. You'll connect these between the Hamilton harnesses. So this system will use your factory microphone. It's going to run from this harness to the Hamilton accessory harness here. I recommend that you wrap these in electrical tape. None of these RCAs will be used by default. These are for aftermarket audio setups. Now we're going to have this one here. This is a male yellow RCA labeled 4 camera male. If you had an OEM camera or if you have an aftermarket camera, you will be using this Hamilton camera harness here. So if you had the OEM camera, you'll go ahead and connect these two together just like this. Wrap these in electrical tape, and none of these other harnesses will be used. This camera harness will plug into the back of the Hamilton Conversion Kit right here. The Hamilton accessory harness will plug into the back of the Hamilton Conversion Kit on this long slot. You will not be able to mix any of these up. Finally, we're going to include these USB harnesses. This USB accessory harness will plug into the back of the Hamilton Conversion Kit right here, and it will give you 2 female USB ports for charging your phone or loading files onto the device. You can run these to your glove box or another place that you find convenient. You'll have this little accessory daisy chain harness that you can connect to one of the USBs. There'll be a gray harness in the car that fits into this one to bring your factory USB port to life. This harness here is your original FM antenna, if equipped, would plug in right here. And then you have 3 smaller antennas. The blue is GPS, the white is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, used for wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. The magenta one here is for optional 4G. You can connect a 4G SIM card from T-Mobile into that Hamilton accessory harness here, and you can have 4G connectivity directly on the device. These antennas, we will connect them simply to their respective ports. Do not tape these antennas to a metal surface or to the Hamilton Conversion Kit. We'll simply tuck them back in with the wiring when we get to that stage. This black antenna slot is not currently used. This HDMI is reserved for future upgrade products. This one, labeled optical here, is an aftermarket audio port for aftermarket audio setups. We're now going to transfer the climate panel, the vents, and the hazard light to the Hamilton Conversion Kit. We include this small piece here that will hold your hazard light. We'll begin by taking it and we'll line it up on the posts on the back of the Hamilton Conversion Kit. We're now going to use the 4 included screws to screw it into place. You'll need a small jewelry-sized screwdriver or a number 4 screwdriver for these screws. Make sure your screws are biting into the posts. You do not need to over-tighten these screws as they're going into plastic. Now on the back of the original radio trim, we're going to start by removing the climate panel. 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws. You're going to use a large Phillips head screwdriver. These may be in rather tight. And we'll simply remove these 4 screws and set them aside here. With the 4 screws removed, I'm going to reach in with my fingernail and lift up on this tab here. There's 1 tab on either side and another one in the center. Then on the back side, there's 2 more tabs. I'm just going to use my fingernails to lift up. And as I'm lifting up on the tabs, I'm pulling the panel out. You can see 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 on the top as well. We've now got the panel separated from the original screen. Let's transfer it to the new Hamilton conversion kit. We'll take it, we'll line it up in place. And let all the clips snap into place. Now we're going to put the Phillips head screws in. Lift up so you're not applying pressure right on it while you're doing this. You don't want to transfer the pressure to the screen, transfer it to the top plastic bevel. And as I'm putting in these screws, I'm holding the climate panel tight to the Hamilton conversion kit. So I'm lifting up, holding them tight together, and I'm tightening these screws into place. Now let's transfer the air vents. We're going to take these vents out of their sockets now. See these tabs here on the bottom? Use your fingernail to pull out on these. Once you have these up, you can kind of just rock the vent forwards. There's some clips on the back that will come out on their own. If you're having difficulty with your clips on the back as well, you can come in with a flathead screwdriver to lift those out. For the hazard light, I'm going to use my palm to press on the back of the harness, just like that. It'll come straight out. And we can now set aside this old trim panel. We're going to now install these vents onto the Hamilton conversion kit. You just line up the 4 clips into the 4 sockets. Make sure they're all lined up. You can maneuver the top of it a little bit by rocking it like this. Press it down into place. Come here and do the other one. Line up 1, 2. A little bit of bend to get 3 and 4 in. All 4 lined up. Press it into place. While you're doing this, make sure you're working on a soft surface and supporting the screen so that you don't put too much pressure on the screen and damage it. You're going to get some foam in the Hamilton box. You can lay your unit on some foam. We'll now take the hazard light here and we're just going to line it straight up into the socket and we'll clip it into place. Make sure it opens and closes like that. And great, we're now ready to take this unit and let's go install it in your Subaru Forester. As I mentioned, this car had a cheaper aftermarket stereo. I'm going to walk you through what the wiring would have looked like from the factory. So you would have this up here for the hazards, these 2 for the climate control panel, and these 2 in the back of the original radio. You also would have had this little black guy here. This is not going to be used anymore with the new Hamilton conversion kit. These are the 2 factory harnesses you would have had on this car. This car did not have an original reverse camera, but I'll show you what an aftermarket camera setup would look like. These 2 main harnesses are going to go into 1315 original mic/sub and 09 to 15 original power. The longer one is the 09 to 15 original power. We'll connect it to the main Hamilton harness like that. 1315 original sub, we'd connect it just like this. On a 2014 to 15 Subaru Forester, if you had a factory backup camera, you'd have this one labeled original camera and you'd connect it in here. You will never need this 2009 to 12 original sub. If you had the original backup camera connected into here, you would take this male RCA and you would connect it to the female RCA here like this, and this one will go into the back of the Hamilton conversion kit. We will not be using these blue RCAs. We've got both ends of our CAN bus box connected now. Before we position the Hamilton conversion kit in place, let's go ahead and take this accessory harness. If you're going to be using a 4G SIM card, you'll want this guy routed through this back channel here. And you'll be able to access this in the glove box. This one here, female, labeled 4 mic, we will connect into the male, labeled 4 OEM mic, coming off of the main Hamilton harness. Going into the back of your original radio, you'd have one that looks like this. This square gray wire is your factory USB. We can go ahead and plug this into the Hamilton adapter, into a male Hamilton USB, which will go into the female Hamilton USB from this USB accessory harness. If you'd like to use the extra USB, you can simply run it to your glove box by going through this channel on the side here. Now in this vehicle, we have an aftermarket camera set up. This camera has been run all the way to the back of the vehicle. There's an aftermarket camera plugged in. On this side, we would plug this RCA into the Hamilton female RCA. Then we would come here to this 13 to 15 original camera. You'd grab the brown wire on the top row. See, the top has the two divots. The top row, it is the second wire from the left. You'd tap that brown wire if you wanted to do an aftermarket reverse camera and connect it to the red wire on your aftermarket reverse camera. Now we're going to go ahead and make all the connections to the Hamilton conversion kit. We're going to plug in the three antennas: blue for GPS, white for Wi-Fi, and magenta for 4G. Then we're going to take this device and from your factory equipment, if you have this original FM antenna, you can connect it into the Hamilton wired FM antenna. We'll go ahead now and begin connecting up the Hamilton harnesses. We'll take the main power harness and connect it into place. We would connect this reverse camera harness into place. As well as the Hamilton accessory harness. Coming off of the main Hamilton harness, do not forget to connect your harness with the steering wheel controls and your USB accessory harness as well. Now we'll begin organizing and tucking this wiring back into the dash. You cannot have any wiring crossing over this center cross member here. It's very important that your wiring either runs above or below the center cross member. We're going to leave that old aftermarket wiring in the dash. I'm organizing my wiring so everything that is running above the cross member goes above. You cannot have any wiring crossing it. But you can see all of the wiring running above the cross member is going above. Below would be connected to the climate panel at the end. We're going to take these two cables, the blue and the white. These cables can be a little bit tricky. What we're going to do is we're just going to route them through these two side metal slots on either side of the dash. So you just want them both going out of their respective slots. I'm going to just do my best to kind of maneuver them around the wires. Okay. Now we're going to make a couple connections as we start to feed things back into place. We'll connect the hazard light up top. The antennas provide a little recommendation. Typically, you can run some sticky tape and run them along this upper panel here, or you can tuck them in with the harnesses. You just don't want them attached to any metal surfaces. That's the key. So I'm gently tucking the wiring back into place here. This was our signal wire from the aftermarket reverse camera, or the 12-volt positive wire. You can see I've got a little harness looped around this cable here, so I just need to maneuver this. And now we're going to reconnect the two factory harnesses, the original climate panel. Then we're gonna gently take everything now. If you have wires crossing over this cross member, you'll have difficulty getting it to snap into place. Any of the harnesses from the back of the screen portion are running above that plastic cross member. And any of the wires for the climate panel, including the 2 cables, are going below that cross member and out. You cannot have wires crossing over that cross member or you won't be able to get the unit to clip into place. We've got the unit now. Let's just take it. We'll snap it into place just like that. Make sure the clips are aligned on the bottom and the top here. Just like that, the Hamilton Conversion Kit is installed. Let's now go ahead and we'll reconnect both of those cables for the climate panel underneath the dash. We're gonna come back in now and you may need to reach into the dash and locate on the passenger side your blue cable. We'll take it and go ahead and line it up and we're gonna be pressing it back onto the white plastic post. We'll line it up and press it into place. See how that clip is now on the white plastic post? Now we're going to take this portion here and we'll just simply snap it into place like that. You can see how the metal clip is on the white plastic post and the blue cable is held in that clip as well. We're now going to come under the driver's side here. We're leaning down and looking under the driver's footwell. And we're going to locate that white cable once again. Grab the metal end. We'll start by taking it and first positioning it into place. So this might be a little challenging for you to see, but I'm got it generally now in the vicinity. The metal loop, we'll take it, line it up on the clip, and snap it into place just like that. Now we'll position the cable on its post and press it too into place. We're now going to take the glove box. We'll take the SIM slot and the extra USB. We'll place them in the glove box. Line the clips back up onto their snaps. We'll lift it up. Let it snap back into place. Reconnect the extension arm to the post. Make sure the glove box opens and closes normally. And you can see we have the extra SIM card slot and USB in the glove box. And there it is, the Hamilton Conversion Kit for CarPlay and Android Auto in your 2014 to 15 Subaru Forester. Be sure to check out our pairing and setup videos on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, take a look at our Help Center, HamiltonMotorCompany.com, in the top bar, Help Center. Powered by a premium Qualcomm processor, top-of-the-line specs, and a 3-year warranty called the Hamilton Guarantee, this is sure to make your Forester feel like a brand new car. I'm Dave from Hamilton Motor Company, and I'll see you in the next video.